Hey, what's up, family? Especially my East Cleveland family. Just wanted to record this video to let you all hear from my voice how I feel about the events that transpired on Monday of this week. As you may or may not know, the Board of Elections determined that I was not eligible to run for mayor in this year's election because I did not meet the minimum 2-year residency requirement. I missed it by just a few days, but at that point, it didn't matter whether it was an hour, a day, or 100 days. I missed the requirement, and I'm ineligible to run. Now, um, the challenge that was levied against my candidacy was a legal challenge. The hearing that took place at the Board of Elections was fair and impartial, and the decision that was made was the decision that the board came to based on the information that was presented. So that's it, right? It's over. And we move on from there. Now, the great thing about elections is that they come around every 4 years. So in 4 years, I'll be right back in the same place I was before the board's decision on Monday. And this time, the only challenge that will occur will be the challenge that happens at the ballot box. And as with this election, I have every confidence that I will win that election. And obviously, some individuals were a bit concerned about the possibility of me winning this election as well. So I'm flattered, and you know, you're safe for the next 4 years. But I'll be back. Now, I'm not leaving East Cleveland. Um, I'm not gonna disappear. I lost a challenge, not an election. All right, the voters didn't get a chance to vote, and so I want to give them that chance, right? And so we'll do this again. Now, that said, um, I'm not going to become this political advocate. I'm not going to be running to all the council meetings and up at City Hall, um, you know, pushing the elected officials to do the things that they need to do and so forth. What I'm going to do is go back to what I was doing before I decided to run, which is focus on the East Cleveland Growth Association and our mission, which is to revitalize East Cleveland. Sound familiar? Well, it should, because that was my same mission when I was running for mayor. And in fact, it was ECGA's mission first. My point is, I didn't need to be mayor to do it then. I don't need to be mayor to do it now. I can't say that it wouldn't have been easier. I don't know. I know as mayor I would have had access to resources that I don't have access to with ECGA. But I also hope that through this brief campaign, um, you know, ECGA's name has gotten out a little more. People know a little bit more about ECGA through our giving away meals since last year. I hope that people came to know a little bit more about us and our mission, and so I hope that when we reconvene with our community meetings, that we'll get more community participation this time, and we'll get more voices um, and more opinions about some of the work that we want to do, and we'll be more inclusive, so that we are certain that we're giving the community what we want. I'm sorry, we're giving the community what they want. Um, the other thing I'm not going to do is, I'm not going to run out and join the Democratic Party. I'm not going to, try to become part of the Democratic inner circle or anything like that, right? I didn't feel I needed to do that when I ran this time. I don't feel that I'll need to do that when I run next time. I believe that the platform that I was going to run on this time was a winning platform. I believe it'll be a winning platform 4 years from now. And I believe that at that time, the voters will let me know whether it's a winning platform or not. not the Board of Elections or any other entity. Finally, I won't be running for council. I know that people in East Cleveland tend to think that council is a stepping stone for the mayor's seat. I really don't know why. They're two totally different positions. One does not prepare you for the other. But my biggest concern would be the conflict of interest that would exist if I were to run for council seat and win. Because, as I just told you, I intend to run for mayor again in 4 years. And if I were on council, how supportive would I be of this, whoever the mayor is, if all the while I'm planning to go after his job? The failures of whoever that mayor is would be to my benefit, because I would then use those as my platform to run against that person. It's very similar to what we have today, where we have 3 council members who are running for mayor, 2 of which haven't even finished their first term as council people, and one of which just months before announcing a run for mayor announced a run for Congress. So, when you have that kind of dynamic, how focused on the business of the city are these people, right? So, that's why I wouldn't run for council. I don't want to create that conflict. I don't think that conflict should exist. I think that once a council candidate declares themselves a candidate for mayor, they should resign their seat in council to avoid the conflict. So, that's how I feel about that, and that's why I wouldn't run for a seat on council either. Now, we are going to just pick up the programs that we were going to try to enact as mayor and move them over to ECGA. I still want to develop these 5 or 6 themed neighborhoods that I talked about when I was running for mayor. I still want to bring new economic development into East Cleveland. ECGA was planning to build 250 new houses over a 10-year period before I decided to try to run for mayor. We're going to pick that back up. We were developing, as part of my campaign, a 25-year strategic plan for East Cleveland. The words in that plan aren't going to change just because I don't get to run for mayor. So we're still going to work on a 25-year strategic plan, and we intend to present to you, the citizens of East Cleveland, an outline for that plan sometime this summer. Through the pandemic, ECGA started giving out meals. Though that is not going to be our core focus, we will still continue to give out meals. Right now, I'm looking at ordering 300 to 500 meal boxes for East Cleveland. I'm going to shoot a post out about that sometime tomorrow or on the weekend, telling people what kind of meals will be in the boxes this time, or what kind of things will be in the boxes this time, and where we will be giving them out at. But we'll continue to do that kind of work too. But our primary focus is still going to be economic development and building and solidifying a tax base in East Cleveland. Hopefully, we'll have more success trying to partner with the city than we did when we came out in 2018. But we'll see. We didn't let that stop us in 2018. We won't let that stop us as we move forward. So what I'm trying to say to you is nothing as far as my plan or agenda for what I want to do in East Cleveland is changing. The only thing that's changing is the approach. I won't be doing it as your mayor. I will be doing it as your partner, a member of your community, and as the founder and CEO of the East Cleveland Growth Association. So I just want to thank my team for all of the support that they gave me through my brief run. I want to thank all of the people in East Cleveland and outside of East Cleveland who supported my campaign and who thought that I would make a good mayor. I hope that you still feel the same way 4 years from now. I also hope that there may not be a need for me to run for mayor 4 years from now. That's something to consider too. I'm not very hopeful of that because if you recall, when I started at ECGA, I had no interest or desire to run for mayor. Over the 3 year period before I decided to run for mayor, things were exposed to me that made me think otherwise. and if things continue in that manner, and they still are that way 4 years from now, then I'll certainly be running. The other thing I'll do related to council is I will, though, try to find and support 5 like-minded individuals who really want to see the city move forward, who have different experiences and things to bring to the table, and people who can partner with whoever's in the mayor's chair to move the city forward. I will support candidates for council moving forward, and hopefully I can get a chance to meet with people and encourage some people to run for office who can support some of the goals and objectives that I'll have when I run for office in 4 years. I will not be supporting any of the candidates in this year's race. So, I will be voting in the primary. I will be voting in the general election. I will be watching the candidates very carefully to learn more about them and to see which one I will vote for, but I will not endorse nor support any of them. And that is just because if I thought they were going to be effective to begin with, I wouldn't have run for mayor. It would be kind of hypocritical for me to, now that I'm not running, throw my support behind people that I didn't believe could do the job just a week earlier, right? So, I'm going to vote because I have to vote and I want to participate. I want my voice, my vote to be my voice, right? But, who I'm going to vote for, I don't know. We've got until September for them to show us what they want to do for the city. The problem is, as you know, East Cleveland usually has a very low voter turnout, and less than 3,000 people usually determine what happens in East Cleveland. And so everybody who runs for office knows that. And so what they do is they try to kind of go after that same pocket of 3,000 people. My goal was to go after the 8,000 people that don't vote, and that will still be my goal. And one thing I will also do over these next 4 years is try to get more of these 8,000 people who currently don't vote to participate. So I will support that kind of political advocacy, but that's pretty much the limits that I'll go to. So just to recap, I can't run for office this year, and that's fine. I will move my plans and my agenda forward through the East Cleveland Growth Association. I hope that when we start having our community meetings, we'll see more people this time. And, it was my honor to at least try to run for office in East Cleveland and try to serve you in that capacity. Excuse me. I hope that I've given you a glimpse of what a mayoral candidate should look like in East Cleveland, and I hope that I have given you some kind of indication of what a mayoral candidate should be concerned with and should be trying to address for the residents of East Cleveland. And so at this point, we'll kind of just have to take a wait and see position, and then on election day, we will get out and we'll make our decisions. I want to encourage everyone to pay very close attention to this election, to encourage everyone to let their vote be their voice. And I encourage everyone to hold accountable those that we put in office. All right, as a community, all of us hold them accountable and make sure that we have a voice in the decisions that are made. So, good luck to the candidates. We'll see you at the polls in September and then again in November. But until then, I'll be just kind of studying the candidates to see who I like. 4 years from now, I'll be right back on the ballot. And I don't know if I made this point earlier or not, but if I have, I'll make it again. The only challenge I'll face in 4 years is the challenge at the ballot box, and we'll be much more successful in 4 years than we were this time. So have a great evening. Enjoy the 4th of July weekend coming up. And most of all, watch us grow. Peace.